Hello YouTube. I realize it may not be the best idea to make videos terribly late at night with my terribly unkept hair. I look like Willy Wonka or something, but well, I've been thinking about something for a while, and I think that what I have to say may be of some interest to you people. What is the essence of the right? What is the essence of the left? What is the essence of what one might call politics in general? And what separates... I don't want to say what separates the right from the left, but rather I would say what separates firm from infirm people, you know? It's a... What is considered left-wing, that's a very sort of liquid, changeable title. What is considered right-wing is considered a very, it's a very liquid, changeable title. Centrist is the most liquid, changeable title of all, you know. It almost literally describes nothing. It is essentially just the absence of left and right, you know. Anyway, so, thinking about all of that, you know, I think, it is often said, usually by people who identify as leftists, but sometimes by people who identify as right-wing, that everything is political. And I feel that that's a rather terribly untrue refrain. I feel that politics is sort of the most shallow and the least true level of analysis. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, there's the moon behind me, very scenic. Anyway, getting back to the topic at hand, you know. And also just, you know, like when I think about the sort of the viewpoints that I hold, you know, I don't care about mainstream politics. I just have deeply held personal values, and I'm not really flexible on them, and I'll support people who align with them, and passionately express my displeasure with people who don't align with them. And that's kind of that. I don't want to say that it's not political, you know, because anything can be construed as political if you try hard enough, but I feel that politics, it is sort of the most shallow it's a very surface level way of looking at things, you know. There's deeper sort of philosophical and moral foundations upon which all these things are built, you know. It's like an iceberg. Only the very smallest precipice of the thing is politics, and the great mass of it is, well, like I said before, you know, it is religion, philosophy, morality, those sorts of things, and metaphysics, we might say. You know, it is the meta of the thing. And I think, you know, beyond what is left and right and center and all that, all those liquid nonsense, I feel at the core of the thing, like the two most distinct sort of groups of people is the principled and the unprincipled. You might say leaders and followers, but, well, that seems rather arrogant, you know. I would classify myself as a principled person, but I wouldn't classify myself as a leader. If only out of caution, you know. The sorts of people who classify themselves as leaders, the sorts of people who want power, are very rarely those who actually deserve it, so Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. It's just, I just feel that's sort of the thing, you know? I feel like, what's it? Well, I guess I feel like politics, it's not exactly that it's completely meaningless, because it's not, you know? We can make real change in the world through politics and all that sort of thing. But it's not everything, and it's not fundamental, you know? You can change politics without changing anything of substance. And what's it? Well, yes, I think that's it might not be possible to change things of substance without changing. No, it is possible to change politics without changing anything of substance, but it is not possible to change anything of substance without changing politics. You know, politics is when it is healthy. People usually say that when politics is healthy, it agrees with them. I wouldn't say that's true. I would say that when politics is healthy, or at least functional, it is a reflection of the society in which it operates. You know, I don't know. Maybe straying away from the core topic of this video. Just something that I've been thinking about lately. No, it's like all these political labels. It's not exactly that they're completely meaningless, but I would say, no, the real problem is that they're not future-proof, you know? A pro-life person will always be a person that is against abortion. My dog needed me. You know, a guns rights enthusiast will always be a person that is against gun control or weapon control in general. You know, these are deeper principles. A libertarian will be someone, you know, who is always in favor of general, personal, sort of individualistic freedoms. You know, these are sort of these are things that sort of exist outside of politics. You know, and I feel that that is a correct, appropriate sort of lens of analysis. You know, whereas conservative merely means the past, and liberal, it doesn't even mean the future. It really sort of just means the present, and progressive means the future. You know, so yeah. It's all, you know, what's it? Well, I suppose it's just like they say, you know, the liberals of yesterday, the conservatives of today, and the progressives of 10 years ago are the conservatives of tomorrow. So, all that's terribly untangible, but there are deeper things, you know. A Christian shall always be one who esteems Christ above all men. A Muslim shall always be a person who does their best to obey God in the utmost. A Jew shall always be a descendant of Abraham through Isaac. Well, a Hebrew, I should say. A Jew shall always be, well, I forget which of the 12 tribes it was. A Judah, I suppose. A Jew shall always be a descendant of Judah. You know, etc. These are These are deeper, more fundamental things. A Zoroastrian shall always be a disciple of Zoroaster and a servant of Ahura Mazda, etc., etc. You know, these are deep and abiding things, more fundamental than politics, more fundamental even than nationality, ethnicity, race, you know. And these are the sort of appropriate lenses of analysis, you know. A sober man, well, a sober man is a sober man. You almost can't describe him any other way. And a drunken man, well, he is one whose mind is contaminated by substance, you know. That's all sort of deep, thick language, you know? Much more meaningful than what is merely conservative and liberal, you know? A mother is not merely a female parent, you know? A mother is one who cares and loves for her offspring, you know? I don't know, so perhaps this was all just some sort of a big thing, you know, about like a thick language, as Carl Benjamin often goes on about. Hey, dog. Say hello. You know, but I don't know. I suppose he goes on about it so much because it's terribly true and important. I hope that this video was of some use or inspiration to some of you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you, well, no. Would you kindly press the like button and subscribe and make sure to check out my dear friend, the Englander. Criminally undersubbed, that fellow is. A dear friend of mine, and probably one of the best, at the very least one of the most intelligent people making videos at the moment. Certainly, I would say unequivocally, he is the most intelligent YouTuber with fewer than 100 subscribers. Probably he's the most intelligent YouTuber with fewer than 1,000. Well, I suppose that's all. You people have a very nice day. Goodbye.